Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Trojan Football 1993, as tonight the Trojans are history-making down here at Halifax, playing the first ever ball game at Halifax under the lights as the Wildcats enter the field right now. We're about set, moments away from kickoff, and this field looks just great. It is very, very well lighted. There are no dark spots at all around the entire field, so the Halifax Wildcats are to be commended on the fine lighting system which they put in down here, and it inaugurates night football here at the home of the Wildcats. So congratulations to the Wildcats and all those who contributed to making this a night football stadium. So we're glad to be here in the opening of the night football here at Halifax. It is Halifax homecoming also, so they've kept everything for this big game tonight, and it should be a good game between actually two struggling ball clubs right now. The Trojans coming in with a record of 1-2, and the Wildcats still looking for their first victory of the '93 season. So it's hard to tell exactly what might transpire out here, but we're going to see one heck of a tough football game, I'm sure. Wildcats are led by Jeremy Kiter. He will be the quarterback for this 1993 squad, and the Trojans, on the other hand, led by junior quarterback Jeff Faust. We're glad to report that Eric Troop is back in the lineup this week. Eric went off last week at the East Juniata ball game with a hip injury, and he seems to have fully recovered out there, and we're certainly glad to have him back with us this evening. We'll be looking forward to a lot of action here, and we'll be getting going here in just a moment. As you can see, the toss of the coin has just been held out here. It looks as though the Wildcats have won the toss, and they have elected to receive, and they will be defending the east goal here at Halifax. So we're about set for tonight's action, and we'll be ready for the Upper Dauphin kickoff in just 1 second. It is a beautiful, beautiful night here at Halifax. Temperature at game time around 70 degrees, maybe 68, something like that. It will plummet during the evening, and probably in the 50s by the time the ball game is over. But we're going to have the national anthem, and then we'll be back with the opening kick. We're set for the opening kickoff now in tonight's ball game, as Ronnie Minnick has it teed up for UDA at the 40-yard line, and this first ever game at night ready to go underway here at Halifax. And here we go. Okay, it's going to be a kick taken out here at about the 15-yard line. They reverse the fields with it, and coming over this way is that number 25, and he is knocked down out there at about the 35-yard line. And a good run back that time as they did a little razzle-dazzle on the handoff back there. Matt Lentz making the stop for UD, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats on their own 35-yard line. Again, the tallish Jeremy Kiter is the quarterback for the Halifax Wildcats. He has Stone Road in the backfield, one of the half-backs back there. And he goes back into a shotgun formation now to avoid this UD rush. And he's going to fire one over here. It is complete to number 48, and he's tackled after about a 6-yard gain out here at the 42-yard line. In there making the stop is Ronnie Minnick, along with Adam Arts and Eric Troop in there on the stop. So we've got a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 now. They spot the ball right at about the 41-yard line. Actually picked up nearly 6 yards on that play. And we have a 2nd down and 4. Kiter back. He's looking left this time. Fires one deep over there. There's a man out there. It is going to be incomplete as he fires it past number 29, Jeff Fender. And he cannot catch up with that one. Jim Cassidy out there defending for UD on that play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 4. Had a man out there, but just couldn't connect. Okay, it's 3rd down and 4 now, looking at these Wildcats. They spread them out in the backfield. Handoff this time is to that number 14, and I believe that is Dale Stone Road. Yeah, it is, and Dale runs it out to the 45-yard line. It's going to be a 1st down for the Wildcats. Adam Arts in there making the stop for the Trojans, but not until Dale Stone Road made it for a 1st down. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Wildcats were struggling trying to get some points on the board this year, I believe, but we'll see now. They have a mini drive here going. They're at the 45. Handoff there is to number 51. And I didn't catch his name, but we'll try to pick him up here in just a second. Second down and 9. And there goes that same young fellow. I'll catch his name in a second. It works, I think he's saying. I'm not sure what the announcer's saying. At any rate, it's got it down to the 46-yard line of UD, and UD's going to have to dig in now. It's going to bring up a third down and about 1. Anthony's not sure who made the stop that time, but at any rate, it was after a gain of 8 on the play. Will bring up a 3rd and 1. The ball on the 46-yard line of Upper Dauphin. Kiter faking it, running around the right side over here, and he is going to get a first down and more as he's driven out of bounds down here at about the 35, 37-yard line. It is a first down, so Kiter with the keeper gets it for about 7 or 8 yards on the play, I believe, and they're going to spot it at the 37-yard line or 8-yard line. 1st and 10 now as the Wildcats continue this early drive. Trojans have some beef up in the front of that line, but so far these Wildcats have been running pretty freely. This is Kiter setting them up on a 1st and 10. And he's going to try to sneak it up the middle this time, but not much there, as coming in there to make the stop is that Danny Kerwin, along with number 52 and among others. Art's in there also. 52, Jason Werfel in there on the stop that time for UD also. Gain of 1 on the play, 2nd down and 9 as they close it up now. Flanker on the near side. Kiter hands it off here, and Dale Stonerow drives it to the 35-yard line. Gain of about 2 on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 7 now as the Trojan defense begins to tighten out there a little bit. Arts and Kerwin in there making the stop for the Trojans, they say. So a big 3rd and 7 now. UD wants to stop them. This would be the place to do it. They're at the UD 35. Kiter barks out the signal, sends a man out far on the left side this time. And 8 goes in motion. Kiter still has it. Going to pitch it back over here to number 8. He spins around that side over there, but he's going to be trapped before he ever gets the first down. It's coming up to meet him pretty quickly is number 42 Cassidy and number 28 Zielinski. So good stop out there on that young Belair, and he gains about 3 yards, but it'll bring up a 4th down and about 5. So the Trojan defense tightening at the 33-yard line. 4th and 5. They do the shift in the backfield here now for the Wildcats. And timeout's going to be called as Kiter overlooks the defense, doesn't like necessarily what he sees, and so he will call time. Timeout on the field, no score, 1st quarter. We've got 7 minutes, 15 seconds remaining. We'll be right back. Okay, here comes that big 4th down and 5 play now for the Wildcats. They're going to shift back into the punt formation now as they try to surprise the Trojans maybe a little bit. Now they're going to fake it. The ball comes up here now to that number 12, Kiter. Kiter still on his feet, spinning around the left side over there, breaking a tackle. Can he dive for the first down? It's going to be close. Jeremy Kiter with a good fake on the punt, and then a fine run that time by Jeremy as he spread it out along the left side over there. It'll be awfully close to the first down, and they're going to bring it out and measure it. It is very close. Troop making a stop over there for UD finally, but Jeremy with the fake went into the line, got bottled up there almost immediately, and got the first down for the Wildcats by inches. So the Wildcats on the move here in the darkness or under the lights, I should say, here at Halifax. It's 1st and 10 with the ball spotted now at the 28-yard line. 1st and 10, Halifax. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats on the UD 28-yard line. Flank out on this side of the field this time now for Kiter. He's going to look over on the left side, getting a big rush. Dumps it over the middle. It is incomplete and almost intercepted by Adam Arts, as Adam made a good defensive play out there on it. And just couldn't come up with that football. It'll be 2nd down and 10. That time, Kiter getting a big rush in there from a Trojan defenseman. And Jeremy probably threw that a little quicker than he intended. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. So the Wildcats mixing it up here with passing and running in the early going. And now they all go back into the shotgun formation again here for the Wildcats. He's looking, dumps one over here in the flat, this time to that number 8, and he is dumped almost immediately. As coming up to meet him is Ronnie Minnick for the Trojans. Making a good stop out there. No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Okay, on a big 3rd and 9 play now for the Wildcats. Again, they split everybody out on the left side of the field this time as Kiter up at the quarterback drops the football. He's going to have to fall on it. And let's see, it could have been even recovered by UD. We'll see. It is. Upper Dauphin with the recovery of the missed snap as Kerwin, I believe, came up with it for the Trojans. So Danny Kerwin, I believe, swiped that ball out there as Kiter kind of mishandled the snap that time. And the Trojans take over on the first break of the ball game for either ball club. The Trojans have it at their own 29, 1st and 10. Minnick in the backfield along with Arts and Troop for UD. Faust at the quarterback spot. Jeff will hand it off this time and diving ahead for maybe only a yard, a fumble on the play. And are they going to rule he was down? The Wildcats think there was a fumble, but nothing doing. They did not allow it. The ball did come loose, as you could see there. But they rule that Arts had recovered it himself, or perhaps that the ground caused the fumble. Whichever. It is 2nd down and a long 8. Faust going back to throw for his first try. Rolls out to the right side. Dumps one over there. It is complete on a fine catch. A good catch over there by that Ronnie Minnick, I believe it is. And just making Ron Minnick reaching up there high and catching that ball. Faust's pass was really high. He had to throw it over a defender. And Ronnie was back there to pick that one off. A great catch that time by Ron Minnick. Picked up 5 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 4. Ball out now just ahead of the 35-yard line. Big 3rd and 4 play coming. Minnick will come in motion over here on this side. Pitches over this way. Troop's got it. Troop cuts it upfield. He's got to the 40, to the 45, where he spun down out here as Kiter comes up to make the stop, along with that number 51 in there. But a 1st down for the Trojans as Troop runs it ahead for about 10 or 12 yards, maybe 13 yards, to the 44-yard line. And the first time we've seen Troop with the football this evening, and he ran very well. Gary coming off that injury just last week up at EJ. If Eric's right, it puts a whole lot of offense into the UD attack. Here's a handoff, and going up the middle with it this time is Arts, I believe. And Adam drives it out over the 45 to the 47-yard line. Gain of about maybe 2 or 3 on the play. Give him 3, it'll be 2nd down and 7. Clock down to 3:54. Left here in the first quarter, no score. Trojans on with their first offensive possession of the ball game. We're looking at a 3rd down or a 2nd down and about 7, so we'll stay back. Maybe he's going to pass one here. Faust looking, dumping one over on the right side. It is complete. Oh, no, incomplete. It was intended again for Ronnie Minnick. Ronnie couldn't catch this one, and that was an easier catch than the first one, that's for sure. But Ron just couldn't bring that one in. So it'll be 3rd down now and about 7. As I mentioned at the beginning, both teams struggling a little bit, trying to get their offenses going. And right now, experiencing a little difficulty as we're looking at a 3rd down and 7. This time Faust is going to go back. He's got plenty of protection this time as he runs right now. It's breaking down a little bit out there, and he's going to be thrown out for a loss over on the far side of the field as number 34 comes up there and puts a good defensive play on him. And Steely, that is, for the Wildcats, and he just would not let Jeff alone. Jeff couldn't find anybody to throw it to and was thrown out of bounds back at the 44-yard line. So we'll bring up a 4th and 11. UD will punt as they send back Eric Troop to punt this ball away. The Troopster will be punting from about his 35-yard line when he gets this snap. Another good snap, and he's going to punt this one away. It's high. Over on the far side it goes at the 25-yard line, and he is nailed almost immediately. Ball comes loose, and it could be Upper Dauphin ball. Let's see. It is. Upper Dauphin has the football as it's going to be recovered out there, I believe, by either number 66 or 32. I wasn't sure who made the recovery, but one of those fellows made the recovery. It's going to be Randy Sims given the credit for the recovery out there for UD. They will have the ball at the 25-yard line of the Wildcats. So the Trojans with two big turnovers now in their favor. Halifax turning the ball over twice, I should say, and the Trojans should be able to capitalize on one of these, you would think. In motion comes Arts over this way, pitches over this way now, and it's going to be Troop with it. Troop's going to spin away from one tackler, still on his feet, spins ahead here for a couple of yards to the 23-yard line. Not much on that one, but Troop was hit a couple of times before Stone Road finally come up and bumped him out of there. At a gain of, well, nothing on the play. Actually, no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 now. He went out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So 2nd down and 10 for UD. Cassidy flanks out on the far side of the field for the Trojans, as Faust will set him up on a 2nd and 10. This time he's going to drift straight back, looking, maybe setting a screen. Yep, dumps one over here. It is complete, but Arts has it, and someone has him. And they knock him down out here as number 29 comes up and makes the stop on him real quickly. The pass was complete for -5 yards, as the ball will be spotted back near the 30-yard line. Well, they're actually going to spot it to 27, so a loss of 2. Bring up a 3rd and 12 now as a Trojan sputter here on the offense. Well, we'll see what the Trojans can do here on a 3rd down and 12. Will Faust put it up? Yep, he will, but he's getting chased again. 71 really coming after him. He just got to get rid of it, and he does, and it's intercepted by number 7 of the Wildcats, who picks that pass off at the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Halifax as this little number 7 here picked that one off. Justin Gunder, I think his name is. He picked it off for the Wildcats, made them a happy bunch, and the turnovers now showing up on both clubs. 1st and 10 Halifax at their own 24-yard line. Landschlager making a stop over there for UD after the reception, or interception. And the Trojan defense called upon again here to stop these Wildcats. Kiter will send a end-out split on the near side of the field this time. And he's still got it, and racing back there to get him is Sean Rao. And Sean will dump Jeremy Kiter way back at about the 10-yard line. And Sean Rao with a fine defensive play that time. Sean doing a good job rushing in there from his defensive left end spot. And Sean threw Jeremy back to the 10. It'll be 2nd down and about 24 now for the Wildcats. 2nd down and 24 for Halifax. Back at their own 10-yard line. Kiter hands it off and going up the middle with a draw play is that Dale Stone Road. He busted out for a couple of yards to the 14. Picked up 4. It'll be 2nd down and about 20. Ronnie Minnick coming up to make the stop from his defensive back spot. Linebacking spot for UD. And brings up a 3rd and just about 20. We've got 28 seconds left here in the first quarter, so they're going to change field positions here. Fast-moving first quarter. We're looking at a 3rd and about 20. Back to pass goes Kiter. He's going to dump a screen off over here to Stone Road. He's got it, and a couple of Trojans have got him as he sliced down almost immediately over there by that number 65 Danny Kerwin, along with Troop and Arts, I believe, in on that stop. Not much on that one. It'll be 4th and about 18 now, and they will punt it out of there as the quarter comes to an end. They're going to let it run down here, so we have a scoreless first quarter here at Halifax. It's the Wildcats nothing, the Upper Dauphin Trojans nothing. The Trojans will get the ball back here in just a moment. Looking at 4th down now and about 20, so the Wildcats will not be faking this one as they send the punter back at his own 5-yard line. And he's going to get this one off. He did. Troop, the only fellow back to get it. Troop has it at the 45-yard line, spins around the left side there to the 40, and is tackled inside the 35-yard line at about the 37 or 38. We'll see where they mark it. An excellent field position again here for UDA to start off this drive. They have it at the Wildcat 30, let's see where they spot it here, 38-yard line, 1st and 10 UD.
33.
No, I beg your pardon, it's the 33-yard line. Okay. The 33-yard line of the Wildcats. Robert Liu will split out on the near side of the field for UD. In the slot is Minnick, and the handoff goes over there to Troop, and Troop is tackled out there on a good tackle by that number 29 of the Wildcats, coming up there and making a good stop. Jeff Bender coming up there to make that stop for the Wildcats. Loss of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 14 now for UD as the ball spotted back there at the 37-yard line. 2nd and 14. Tight end on the near side, or the far side of the field over there, is that Kim Laudenschlager. Faust hands it off. This time it's going to be Troop trying to get some blocking up the middle, but not much opening up there. As again, the Wildcats in there pretty quickly and stop that one at the 35-yard line. Gain of about 2 on the play. It'll bring up a 4th down and 12. 3rd down and 12 for UD. And this time it's going to be Faust looking over on the far side. He has a man out there. It's Minnick. Minnick has the football. He has the 1st down. Still on his feet. Still driving and takes it all the way down to the 15-yard line. A fine reception again by Ron Minnick. Boy, Jeff Faust is just laying him out there so gently. And Minnick reaches up there with basically one hand that time and pulled that pass in. For the 1st down for UD, it'll be at the 15-yard line. UD really, it's Pham out there now for Upper Dauphin. And Robert Pham will hand it off. Up the middle goes Arts. He drives it inside the 15 to about the 12, something like that. Gain of maybe 3 or 4 on the play. And it will be 2nd down and 7. I'm not sure if Jeff Faust got injured or what, but into the ball game there was that Bobby Pham. So Robert Pham at the QB spot for the Trojans on this 2nd down and about 7. Minnick in motion over on the left side. Pham pitches it over there for Troop. Troop spins inside the...
Ball carries number 21, Eric Troop.
Well, let's see. He didn't get inside the 10. I believe he might have got a yard or so as the Stone Road comes in to make the stop. We'll see where they mark it. They're going to mark it at the 11-yard line. Gain of maybe a yard and a half or so. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Now for the UD.
Or just outside the 10-yard line.
Ball looks like it's about the 11. On a big 3rd down and about 6. Pham directs Troop over a little bit to the left. He says there's where we're going to run it from. In motion goes, let's see, it's going to be Eric Troop all the way down inside the 5 on a fine run. And it's going to be a 1st and goal for UDA. The ball will be spotted at about the 4 or 3-yard line. Sort of hard to tell. There it is. It might be about the 3. 1st and goal UDA. So UDA looking to draw first blood here tonight. If we can bust this one in from 3 yards out. Trojans should have not much trouble with that. We'll see. Handoff is going to be to, no, it's going to be Pham racing around the right side. Can he cut it in? No, he has a good defense out there by number 22, who cuts him down around the 5-yard line where he's knocked out of there. And it'll be 2nd and goal from about the 5. So maybe a loss of about 2 that time. And I'm not sure if that was a design play or just ended up that way. I'm not sure. At any rate, UD losing 2. And it'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 5 now for the Trojans. Second and goal from the 5-yard line. Pitch over there for Eric Troop. Can Troop cut it upfield? He spins away from one would-be tackler, spins away from another one, dives into the end zone, touchdown. Boy, oh boy, a fine run that time as he was missed out here by several would-be tacklers. And Eric, who has that good speed and good ability to cut, keeps his balance, takes it in from 5 yards out, and so it's upper Dauphin 6. Halifax nothing. 7:57 remaining here in the first half. As time called now by the Trojans as Coach Hain comes on the field to give them some instructions about this all-important extra point. So we'll be back with that extra point try in just a second. Okay, the Trojans have decided what their extra point try is going to look like. And we're going to go for 2. And we'll see what happens here now. Pham sends Minnick in motion. Pham still got it. Dumps it over the middle here. It is going to be knocked down, incomplete. And the score remains, wait a minute, 6-0 with 7:57 remaining here in the first half. All right, Trojans on the board first, and we'll be back with their kickoff in just a moment. Okay, Ronnie Minnick has it teed up for UD now as we get set to kick off again following the Trojan touchdown. And we'll see what kind of a kick Ron can get off here. And here it goes. It's a good kick. Going to be taken here at the 22-yard line. He's at the 25, the 30, the 35-yard line, and then tackled out here by number 81 at the 38-yard line. Robert Liu getting a little instructions here from the official as probably might have made a little bit of an extra push on the tackle there. And it is 1st and 10, Halifax on the 38. So we'll see what the Cats have up their sleeve now as they trail in the ball game 6-0. Look at their formation here. Kiter hands it off, going up the middle and being tripped up there. The ball might have come loose again in there, I'm not sure. Looked like they dove in there after it. I think Arts might have been the one getting the low tackle on him that time. And Willard is stopped after a gain of 2, 2nd and 8. Ball now at the 40-yard line of the Wildcats. Second down and 8. This time it's going to be that number 50-something, and he is stopped in there by Arts again, as Adam Arts playing some good defense and offense. He and Minnick comes up there and combine on the stop. Gain of about 2, will be 3rd and 5 now as the ball at the 42-yard line of the Wildcats. Halifax has some fellas in there that can really hit that line. They're getting a couple of yards just about every time. And they're going to try it again now, and this time he gets not much. Same fella. And he is stopped out there as number 41, Laudenschläger, coming up there making that stop. Helping in there was Zielinski, or Margatansky. There's Zielinski. Yeah, Zielinski, Anthony, there he goes. And that'll bring up a 4th down and about 3 now as they drove the ball to the 45-yard line. 4th and 3, and they're going to go for it as the Trojans will come back up. And now they spread them out. Both ends split out wide this time for this 4th and 3. And timeout's going to be called as they were trying to coax the Trojans off sides, I believe, with a long count. And finally, Jeremy Kiter calls timeout. And they'll talk this one over at a 4th and 3 from the 45-yard line. 4th and 3 for the Cats now on their own 45 as they still appear to be ready to go for it. Kiter will back up number 34 over there, and this time the handoff is going to be that 50-something, and he dives ahead, and he's got the first down. As Willard stretches it out there and gets himself a first down on that quick hitter over the right tackle spot. Adam Arts making the stop for UD, but it is a first down by about a half a yard as Willard able to pick up that necessary foot or so that he needed after he was initially hit. Stretched it out there, and they gave him a good spot, and it's first down. So the Wildcat drive continues from the 48-yard line of Halifax. This time, let's see, not much doing on that one. As Don Willard again, I think his name is Willard, goes in there and gets maybe to the line of scrimmage. Might have got a yard, about a yard maybe. Pull a second down and a long 9. Almost nothing on that one. The ball moved up to the 49-yard line, however. So second about a half a yard. .34 repositions himself over the head left halfback spot. 9's got the football, goes down through the middle. He busts it up across the 45-yard line. It's Willard again, okay. Willard with a good burst out to the Upper Dauphin 44-yard line. Picked up 8 to be second or third and 2 now for the Wildcats. And the Trojans will send Jim Kerwin off the field and bring in Altland, I believe, on his third and about 2. Back goes Kiter. He's dumping one over the far side. It is incomplete. Intended for Bender, but it'll go as an incompletion. And again, another big 4th down coming up here for the Wildcats. Troop defending on that one for UD. And a 4th down and 2 will be the call now for the Wildcats, and we'll see what they elect to do on this one. They've been pretty fortunate on picking up that extra yardage, it seems, when they need it. So we'll look at this play. Stay back here. These Wildcats, you never know what they're going to do. They're stacked up in the backfield. Now they split apart a little bit. And this time it's going to be that Dale Stone Road for the first down as Dale dives down inside the 40, and there's some flags thrown in there late, generally where face masking may have occurred. Let's see what happened there. We could have a face mask call against the Trojans. And the call is personal foul against UD. And that's going to give the Wildcats a first down and a big penalty. We'll take them all the way down to about the 24-yard line after they talk to the Wildcats and see if they want the penalty. Why they wouldn't, I have no idea. Personal foul against UD. They didn't actually call it face masking, but whatever it was is a personal foul. It's a 15-yard penalty. And it'll go all the way down to the 24-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats on the Trojan 24-yard line. Kiter drops back into the shotgun formation. He has the football. He's going to try to run it, and this time he's going to be clipped on after a gain of maybe a yard or so. Coming up there to cut him off at the pass that time is that number 40 Ronnie Minnick, 24 Sean Rao, again with some help out there from Heath Altland. Picked up a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9 now. That play, scrap that one. That one didn't work too good. Stonewall Williard, number 34 in the backfield. I don't catch his name yet for the Wildcats. Kiter hands it off there, and there's that Williard. The flag is thrown, and Williard dives all the way down to the 17 or 18-yard line. However, there is a flag back here, and it's going to be illegal procedure called against the Wildcats. So obviously the Trojans, I think, will take this one back, as there was a good gain on the play that time. But this one is definitely coming back. Referee explaining this to Jeremy. Illegal procedure to call, and the Cats will be backed up. Ball will be spotted at the 29-yard line now. It'll be 2nd down and 14 for the Wildcats. On a 2nd down, 14. Handoff, and it's to that Williard, and he dives ahead. And Brian Williard gets not much out of that at all, as Adam Arts come up there and slice him down pretty quickly that time. Might have picked up, well, no gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and about 14. 3rd down, 14 now for the Wildcats. Ball at about the 28.5-yard line. Kiter still has it. He's going to roll over this way, rolling around the left side, dumping one down the field. It is almost picked off out there by number 42, James Cassidy. 29, Bender was the intended receiver, but boy, Cassidy just about picked that one off out there. And it's going to bring up a 4th down now, and about 13 or 14, and the Halifax Wildcats will call time. We've got 2 minutes and 11 seconds remaining here in the first half. It's UD 6 and the Wildcats nothing. The Wildcats looking at a 4th and 14 when we come back. Okay, the Wildcat timeout is over, and going to see what the Wildcats have decided during that timeout. Looks as though they'll be trying to get that first down. It's a 4th and 14. Ball at the 28-yard line, and see what they decide to run this or pass it. Kiter drifting straight back, dumping one over the middle. It is tipped up into the air by Kim Laudenschlager. Kim got a hand on it and tipped it in the air. No one able to catch it. So the ball goes over to the Upper Dauphin Trojans on downs. They'll take it over at the 28-yard line. UDA 1st and 10. Let's see who checks back into the ball game now for UD. The quarterback out there for the Trojans will be Robert Pham. So Pham has taken over for Jeff Faust here, and it's a handoff here, and going up the middle here is Arts. And Adam Arts takes it out across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Fine run that time by Adam Arts. Myers coming up to make the stop for Halifax, but gain of 8 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 2. One of the best runs of the evening there for that young Adam Arts. Gobbling up about 8 yards to the 36-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 2. Pham hands it off. Over there goes Eric Troop for the first down as Eric drove it out to the 40-yard line. It's enough for a first down for the Trojans. The ball just a foot shy of the 40-yard line. So the Trojans now looking as though they may get some offense going after all. Keeping that ball on the ground with 1 minute and 20 remaining here in the first half. They flank Cassidy out on the near side of the field. Pham still has the ball, hands it off over there to that Arts, and Arts drives across the 40 to about the 42, and timeout called immediately by UD as the clock is down to 1 minute and 6 seconds. Poffenberger coming up to make the stop for the Wildcats, but UD calls time as they're going to try to get some more points on the board here before halftime if we can. We'll be right back. Okay, UD looking at a 2nd down and 9. And we'll see what the Trojans have come up with here now. They're going to look to dump one over the middle. It is intercepted over there by Dale Stonerow at the 35-yard line. He is tackled at about the 33, so it's 1st and 10. Halifax, as the pass from Bobby Pham was intercepted by Dale Stonerow. Dale didn't have to work too hard for that. It was kind of right in his hands. And with time running down here in the first period, Halifax with an opportunity. They're on the 32-yard line now. 1st and 10, Halifax. 57 seconds remaining. Halifax dumping it over here. It is incomplete. Looks like it was a Bender that was the intended receiver, but threw it a little bit low and behind Jeff. He had no chance to get that. It'll be 2nd and 10. Stops the clock with 53 seconds left, and they're going to hurry it up here now. Cats had spent a couple timeouts earlier in the half, so they have maybe one left. Here's he going to dump one down into the corner. There's a man down there, but it is incomplete. Defending out there is Eric Troop with a good defensive move that time. Leitzel was the intended receiver, but Troop right out there with him, and Eric with the good defensive play knocked that ball down, and will bring up a 3rd down and 10. I think the call here as they huddle up here just right behind the line of scrimmage really is just send everybody out for a pass. Anyway, we're looking at 3rd and 10 now as Jeremy looks over his offense. Got everybody set now. He's going to drift back, looking down the right side, dumps it over there, and it is complete and knocked out of bounds after a gain of about 3 or so. Valier has the ball for the Wildcats.
Number 34, James
and let's see, they're going to call it illegal procedure against the Wildcats, so that's going to nullify Valier's catch and take the Cats back 5 perhaps. We'll see what they call it here, or what they do with it. Bringing the ball back here, and well, our Trojans may have Yeah, they're going to take the penalty. Okay. Ball will be back to the 38-yard line. It'll be third down and about 15.
Third down and 15.
So the Wildcats now looking at a 3rd and 15 with just 40 seconds remaining. 40 seconds left here in the first half. 6-0 ball game. So that extra point could loom large here in this one tonight, the way both squads are playing defense here. Okay, the clock will start when he centers the ball. Villier comes in motion over this way. QB's got it. He's not going to pitch it back this time. Instead, Kiter keeps the ball, skips ahead for several yards, down to the 30-yard line. Tripped up in there by Laudenschlager, along with
number 41, Tim Laudenschlager.
Also Zielinski in on a stop, I believe. It's a 4th down and 7. No, 4th down and 13. No, 4th down and 7. Okay. Whoa, wait a minute. They're jumping off sides, but now let's see what they call this, as Danny Kerwin that time jumped a little bit offsides for UD, but they're going to talk it over, and it's going to be offsides against Upper Dauphin. Oh, Dan just getting a little bit over anxious in there, and he made that big leap inside there, but it's going to be now 4th down and about a long 2. They don't want to get Dan mad, that's for sure, out there. He'll be just picking him out of the pile and throwing him around until he finds one with the ball. Anyway, back goes Kiter. He's looking into the end zone, and he might get out of our camera range. It is incomplete. We have a pole here, or a wall, whatever.
By number 10, Robert Pham.
Oh, wait a minute. It was intercepted by Bob Pham, they say. So that'll bring it out to the 20. Okay, I beg your pardon, Robert Pham. I didn't see the interception, but it was picked off in the end zone, so that'll kill the Halifax Wildcats' attempts here in the first half with just 1 second left. So as soon as the ball is snapped, this game, half of the game is over. And let's see, I think they're going to just kneel on this one with 1 second left. They don't want to give the ball up this deep. That's all they're going to do, and that'll do it. So the first half comes to an end here in artificially lighted Halifax Stadium with the Trojans on top, 6-0. So a good first half for UD, simply by virtue of the fact that we're ahead. But both squads need to look for some offense here. Well, both teams are back in the field, as you can see, and the Upper Dauphin Trojans, they have signaled that we'll receive the kickoff to begin the second half of play here at Halifax, as Kiter, Stone Road, and Williard comes off the field for Halifax facing us. And the rest of the squad will be out here in just a moment as we get set to begin the second half. Halifax has this little lineup, tunnel, whatever they call it here, for the Wildcats to travel through as they break the second half huddle, and here they come. And they're looking to get a couple of points on the board this half, probably, because they trail 6-0 here at halftime. We'll be back with the Halifax Wildcat kickoff in just a second. Dale Stone Road tees it up for the Halifax Wildcats. He'll be kicking off here to either Troop or James Kerwin. On the far side of the field, Eric Troop on the near side, back deep to receive this kick from the Wildcats. Beginning the second half of play, UD began the football game with that Jeff Faust in there at quarterback, and then finished up the first half with Robert Pham doing a good job at the quarterback spot. So I'm not sure if Jeff was injured or if Coach Hain just wanted to see if he could stimulate the offense a little bit and put Pham in there. Now they break the huddle here, and we're going to have the kickoff coming now. I think Stone Road is ready. And here comes Dale's kick. It's a good high kick, going to be taken back here at the 17-yard line, at the 20-yard line, the 25-yard line. And look out, this is, a good tackle made in there as Ron Minnick was headed for the end zone. That time it seemed as though he was getting the steam up, and Etzweiler come in and made the stop on him.
First and 10 for the Trojans.
So Ron carried it out to the 33. It'll be first and 10 UDA. And it is indeed Pham in there at the quarterback spot to begin the second half of play for Upper Dauphin. Trojans, of course, lost starting quarterback senior Danny Schell. First game out this season over there at Tri-Valley. And Jeff Faust had taken over, and now Robert Pham getting a chance. He's going to pitch one back here to Eric Troop, and Troop is spun down after maybe a yard or so, not much on that. Troop got it out here to the 33-yard line. In fact, it looks as though there may be no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. No gain that time as they stopped Eric, and when you can stop Eric Troop, you're doing a pretty good defensive job in there. Timeout call. Now we do have an injury. It looks as though number 52 might have injured an arm that time, and he's going to check out of the ball game for UDA. 52 is that Jason Bixler. He's going to check out over there. I think it was 52, or was it 62? Let's see. 52. Jason Bixler as the Trojans get set now on a 2nd down and 10. Pham hands it off. Coming up the middle with it is Adam Arts, and Adam dives out here to the 40-yard line. A good drive that time, and picked up about 7 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 3. Nice drive that time by Adam Arts, taking it out there to the Wildcat just shy of the 40-yard line. He'll pick up a 3rd and 3. And see what they do on this one now as they're looking at a 3rd down and 3. This time Pham's going to hand it off here to Troop, and Troop is stopped as he rides to the 40-yard line, and nothing more than that. Gain of a yard on the play. We bring up 4th down and 2. And Eric Troop getting up just a little bit gimpy after that tackle. Eric may have slightly re-injured that hip, and he's going to stay in the ball game. Eric loves to play the ball game and wants to hang in there, but he did get up a little slowly that time. And a 4th down and a long 2 coming up, and they're going to call on, let's see, who is it? Troop to kick. All right, well, we'll find out how his hip is now, and he gets a real good snap, and the kick is a nice kick, high spiraling kick, fair catch signaled for and made back here at the 18-yard line. Gordner made the catch for the Wildcats, but the ball is at the 20-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10, Halifax. Halifax with a 1st and 10. Villier checks out of the ball game for the Wildcats as Jeremy Kiter at the quarterback spot out there along with Willard, and not sure who the other back is right now. It's replaced Villier. Anyway, he hands it off here, and Willard tries to drive it out, gets a yard or two, maybe to the 22-yard line, as looks like Jim Kerwin making the stop out there for UD. Gain of 2, it'll be 2nd and 8. Ball driven out to the 22-yard line. Trojan defense has been pretty tough. They've allowed Halifax some opportunities, but when the time came, they were in there to make the big stop. Here comes Kiter. He'll hand it off. This time diving ahead here for maybe another yard is Willard. And Brian gets maybe another yard. Looks like it'll be 3rd down and about 7. He might have picked up a yard on the play. Ball will be out to the 23-yard line now. And the Wildcats trying that Trojan defensive line, and it's not quite as porous as it was in the first half. They were making some gains across that line, but not right now. Here comes Kiter back to pass. He's dumping one over on the left side. He's got a man out there. It's incomplete. Intended out there for Jeff Bender. And again, Eric Troop defending out there for UD, but Bender got a fingertip on that, and that's about all he could handle. And it goes as a 4th down now, a 4th down and 7. Stone Road backs up to punt for the Wildcats. Troop 1 man back for UD to receive this punt. Stone Road got a good punt off last time, and he's going to try it again here. Oh, he gets a nice kick, and Troop will take it at the 44-yard line. And spins over the left side where he's going to be tackled by number 57, who comes in there and makes a good stop on him. Drops Eric back at the 43-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Trojans on their own 43-yard line. Oh, tough struggle here tonight. Both teams trying to get the offensive unsprung. And here we go on a 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. Pham rolling right, looking. Now getting some rush, passes it downfield. It is complete over here for Kim Lautenschlager, and Kim coming up and making a good stop. Gain of about 7 yards on the play. And it'll be, or was it Ron Minnick?
Tackled by number 12, Jeremy
Okay, must have been Ron Minnick. I saw the 4. I thought I saw 1. I guess I only saw half of the 0. Anyway, gain of 7 on the play, and a fine catch by Ronnie Minnick. If indeed it was Ron. Time called momentarily. We have an equipment problem out here with a Wildcat. He's going to check out of the ball game now as they hold time up momentarily. Get his replacement number 55 into the ball game. And we're set to go on a 2nd down and 3. In the slot over there is Minnick. And flags are going to be called now as the Trojans get into a set and then lift it up over here. So that's going to cost UD 5 for an illegal procedure call, I would believe. Yep. If you look at that one again, you'll notice the line got set, then shifted a little bit after they were set, and the referee called them for a 5-yard illegal procedure penalty. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Ball at the 45-yard line now of Upper Dauphin. So the Trojans messed that one up a little bit. See if we can recapture that. I think the center out there is that Bobby. I'll pick him up here in a minute. Back to pass goes Pham. He's looking. Dumps one over on a screen on the left side over there to Troop. Troop has it. Skipping up the middle. Eric, stumbles a little bit, but still on his feet. And a good gainer down to the 31 or 32-yard line. Eric Troop got it and took off. Stumbled just a little bit at about the 50-yard line. And then picked him up again and got it going, where Bordner finally tracked him down out there for the Wildcats. But it's at the 31-yard line now for UD. 1st and 10. Good run that time by Eric Troop on the pass from Robert Pham. Troop and Art set up in the backfield for UD. On a 1st and 10, it's going to be Adam Arts. Adam Arts ripping up the middle for about 7 more yards. Make it 6 yards anyway to the 25-yard line, and a flag might have been thrown on that one. We got holding called against UD. Holding on that run play. Oh, that's amazing. That one's coming back. It was a good gain by Adam that time, but they're going to wipe it out on a holding call and bring the ball back 5 yards from the 25-yard line back to the 35-yard line, I guess. Back to the 36-yard line, holding against UDA. It'll be 1st and about 15 for the Trojans. 1st and 15. Now again, they're going to line them up here with, this time Eric Troop gets it, cuts off that left tackle spot and gains a couple of yards. Couldn't quite get it going, and the flag thrown in there on this play also. Time called while they call the Trojans for an illegal procedure. My goodness. This is the 1st game of the season, or the 4th game, folks. Hard to tell now. A couple of mistakes out there, and these are young Trojans for the most part. And they're bound to make a couple of mistakes, and they have. They're going to back the Trojans up again now, and this time the ball will be spotted at the 40, let's see, around the 40, okay, the 41-yard line. So UD going in reverse here, still 1st down, but now it's 1st and about 20. Just a beautiful evening, as I mentioned at the beginning. Rain predicted for tomorrow, but boy, tonight it's just great here. Back to pass goes Robert Pham. Dump going over here on this side. It is complete to Ronnie Minnick, who makes another circus catch out there, as Ronnie really had to extend himself to grab that pass and brought it in just off his fingertips. Good gain on the play, not enough nearly for the 1st down. Picked up about 7 yards on the play to the 29-yard line of Halifax. That'll bring up a 2nd and 8, but real nice reception that time by that Ronnie Minnick. UD will flank people out on both sides of the field this time as Robert Pham sets them up on a 2nd and 8. Bob pitches it over here now for Troop. Troop going to try to pick his way upfield, but nothing doing as he is gang tackled out here by a bunch of Wildcats. who come up and make the stop on him. Number 34, number 7. 72, John Myers of Halifax, also making the stop there for the Wildcats. Loss of about 5 on the play will bring up 3rd down and 13. So on a 3rd and 13 now, we'll see what the Trojans elect to do with this one. Pham's going to roll back here, looking downfield, but he's going to tuck it away and run over that left side, and Robert is going to be spun down out there on a tackle by that number 29, or was it 20? Yeah, 29. Jeff Bender making the stop for Halifax. Gain of a yard or 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down and about 10. The ball 4th and 11. Ball at the 31-yard line now. So our Dolphins squandering another good opportunity here. We'll be looking at a 4th down and 11. Okay, a 4th down 11 play coming now for the Trojans following their timeout. Pham goes back looking. He's going to fire one deep. Down here we have a man all open, and he make the catch. No, he did not make the catch. Oh, Eric Troop missed the football at the 5-yard line. Oh, gosh. That would have been the play of the night, maybe. But Eric just unable to catch that football. And it will bring up a 1st down now for the Wildcats as the ball goes over on downs. 1st down Halifax at their own 31-yard line. 1st and 10, the Cats.
1st and 10 for Halifax.
My goodness, Eric was out there, just kind of turn around a little bit and probably lost concentration on it. Anyway, 1st and 10 now as Kiter sets him up. Oh, wait a minute, this is going to cost them, I think. There are flags thrown. Kiter's going to go, but this one's coming back. Jeremy will go for a touchdown if indeed there's no flag on the play, but there are flags on the play. And I believe this one will be coming back because there's 3 flags down here, and this one should come back. Crowd over here a little bit excited. Of course, Jeremy should run the play out, which he did. But this one definitely is coming back. You can see the motion on the line of scrimmage before the ball was ever snapped. As a matter of fact, even Jeremy himself pulled up a little bit. I think the center might have missed the snap count that time. It's hard to tell what might have happened. But at any rate, this one's coming back and going to cost the Halifax a 5-yard penalty and a touchdown, as it turns out. But I think the Trojans, a lot of them gave up the pursuit when they saw the line jumping. And of course, you shouldn't do that. And Jeremy knew you shouldn't do that because he took it all the way in. But anyway, fortunately for Upper Dauphin, it's coming back. Unfortunately for the Wildcats, they had a couple of guys that time in motion, and I think they knew it. There's no argument about it. So it'll bring up a 1st down and 15. Ball now backed out to the 20 or back to the 27-yard line of Halifax. 4:06 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Trojans will shift as the Wildcats shift. Handoff over there to that Dale Stone Road, and Stone Road is met almost at the line of scrimmage by a number of Trojan tacklers. Let's see, we got Randy Sims in there, I believe it was, and a couple of other people. I think Minnick might have been in on that stop. Time called momentarily now as the Trojans need a little helmet repair over here. Looks like maybe Sean Rowell getting a little bit of attention on his helmet over there. No, it's going to be Adam Arts. And so we're going to put the clock in motion now with 3:45 left in the 3rd. And Halifax looking at a 1st and 15. Or, pardon me, a 2nd and 15. No gain on the last play for Dale Stone Road. Okay, Kiter sets them up. Trojans stun a little bit on defense. And this time the handoff is to Stone Road again, and he trips ahead for about 4 yards this time as he dives out to the 30-yard line. And Stone Road's met there by Ladenschlager and Troop, and 34 Jim Kerwin in on that stop. Gain of 3 on the play, be 3rd and 12. UD has practically solved that Halifax running game now. Let's see if Kiter goes back to the passing game once. Nope. He's going to take it, pitch it out over here to Valier. Valier tries the right side, left side over here, and has a couple of yards out to the 34-yard line. Picked up about 4 or 5 on the play, but it'll bring up a 4th down and 8. Sims and Kerwin in there making the stop for UD. And again, they'll drop Sonroad back to punt, Troop back to receive it for UDA. He gets an excellent snap. And a kick, nice kick, taken here at the 37-yard line. Troop has it, goes around that left side. Can he stop and reverse? Nope, he gets a good block out there by a Trojan, and he's going to be met over there as they get driven out of bounds on the far side of the field. Troop at about the 45-yard line, where he's bounced out of there by number 48, I guess it was, or 57. Huckenberger making the stop for the Wildcats, but it's 1st and 10, UD on the 43-yard line. 1st and 10 Trojans with Robert Pham at the quarterback spot. Robert hands this one off to Arts, and Arts tries to spin along the right side here, laterals it back over here. Now Pham's got it, he's going to be tackled. Well, it looked like a good idea at the time, but I think when Adam Arts lateraled it back there, Bobby Pham was not ready for it. He had Pham and another fella there standing by to get the lateral, but I don't believe either one of them expected a lateral to come out of there. And Arts passed it back there, but nothing doing. Loss of 7 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 17. Now the ball back at the 36-yard line of UD. I would have liked to have seen that work. They hardly ever use the lateral anymore in football, period. That would have been a neat time to try it. Anyway, here comes Troop. Troop cuts it up here. Now he's going to reverse his field. Needs a couple of blocks. Spins around the left side. He has Valier out there chasing him. He can't catch him. And finally, he's dragged out of bounds by Kiter over there at around the 35-yard line of Halifax. We'll see where the heck they spot it. But a nice run that time by that Eric Troop. Once again, picking up a lot of yardage. And finally, Kiter coming up from his defensive back position and just able to catch Eric at the 39-yard line. So an excellent run that time by Eric Troop. Looked like he was stopped in the backfield, but he really keeps it moving out there. He is a huge part of the Trojan offense. Okay, 1st and 10 Trojans. Here's a handoff and go up the middle with it on a fine drive. That time is that Adam Arts. And Adam takes it all the way down to the 32-yard line. Excellent drive by Adam Arts. Now the Trojans again making some headway out here between the 40-yard lines, but when they get down in there deep, it gets a little tougher. Stone rode in on a stop for Halifax. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 2 now as the Trojans gained 8 that time with that good carry by Adam Arts. Should the Trojans score again here, and we would hope that they would, it would kind of almost sew up the ball game the way it's been going so far, but that can change. Here's a handoff to Troop. Up the middle he goes for the 1st down and more as he drives to near the 25-yard line. It is a 1st down for Upper Dauphin, of course, as he picked up about 6 yards on the play. And Brian Paul in there making the stop for Halifax. But after a gain of enough for the 1st down, and the ball spotted at the Wildcat 26-yard line. 3rd period about to come to the end. We're down to 7 seconds, and we may get this play off. We probably will. Pham hands it off to Adam Arts, and Adam driving it ahead here inside the 20. I beg your pardon, inside the 25 to the 23-yard line. That's going to do it. That will end the 3rd quarter of the ball game. So at the end of 3, it's UDA hanging in there now, 6-0. We will have the football for the 4th and final period when we come back.
End of the 3rd. Very busy. A busy schedule for the athletic teams. Once again, the next home football game will be 2 weeks from.
Okay, we've changed field positions now. The Trojans heading east on a 2nd down and 8. Troop hung on to in there by that Williard.
Number 52, Jason Wolf.
Wolf in there, they say, also for Halifax. No gain on the play, 3rd down and, well, wait a minute. No gain 2, 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 5.
Okay, he calls it 5, I call it 6. I'll let you figure it out. Is that 3 halfway between those stakes, or is it more favored towards the one on the right? I think it is. Okay, 3rd and 6. What I want is a touchdown. The ball now at the 22-yard line. So let's see a 22-yard play here, please. Handoff up the middle goes Adam Arts, and Adam Arts struggles down near the 20-yard line or near the 15-yard line. We'll see what they mark as forward progress. As Bender comes up and makes a hit on Adam, and Adam getting up with a little bit of a limp that time after that play. He picked up enough to get it just 1 yard short, 4th and 1. The ball at the 17-yard line, where it will be fourth and 1.
Ball is on the Wildcat 17.
So the Trojans surely could use a big first down here now if they want to even up their series record or their season record at 2-2. They have a 1-2 record right now, and they'd like nothing better than to even that up right now. And a touchdown here would surely help. We need an extra point or a first down first. Oh, wait a second. That's going to give them a first down the easy way, I do believe, because the Wildcats have encroached, I do believe, on the Trojans. And this should be an interesting call. It's offside against the Wildcats. It'll be an automatic first down for Upper Dauphin. And they'll take the ball down to the 12-yard line. 1st and 10, UD, the freeway. All right, well, now we'll see if the Trojans can really capitalize on this. 1st and 10 from the Wildcat 12. Minnick will flank out wide on the far side. Pham perhaps would like to throw one to Ronnie. We'll find out here. It's going to be a handoff to Arts, and Arts driving all the way down to about the 6. Adam Arts with a good carry that time, picking up about 6 yards or so on the play. And that Adam is a good, hard driving running back in there for UD. Picked up 6, it'll be 2nd down and 4. Ball now at about the 7-yard line or so of the Wildcats. Go UDA. Pham hands it off to Troop. Troop has got the ball down. Where is he? My gosh. That's some good blocking out there in front of him, including Laudenschlager on the block. Ronnie Minnick might have been blocking for him. At any rate, Eric Troop takes it down close to the first down. Is it a first down? It is. It's 1st and goal for the Trojans. And the ball now looks like it is at about the 3 or 2 yard line. 2 or 3 yard line they're going to place it. Maybe even closer to about the 1. Looks like it's about the 1 yard line. This would be an awful big touchdown here for UDA now, as the Trojans could use this assurance, and timeout's going to be called by Halifax as the Wildcats try to get a goal line stand in there now against the Trojans on a 1st and goal from the 1. Time called with 9:12 remaining here in the ball game, and Trojans on the doorstep. Okay, the Trojans break the huddle following their timeout, or following the Halifax timeout, and we'll see if the Trojans can pop one in here from 1 yard out. Here's the handoff, and they're not going to do it that time as the ball even came loose. I think Halifax has it. So the handoff was given over there to Eric Troop, and I think Troop lost the handle on it. So the Wildcats have held the Trojans with over 9 minutes remaining, and that does not bode well for UD, except for the fact that the Trojan defense has practically totally stymied the Halifax offense, but you never know. And the Wildcats with a breath of life there as they recovered that fumble at the 3. So awfully big break for the Wildcats, a terrible break for Upper Dauphin, who was about ready to score. So Kiter will set him up at the 3. He's got a 97-yard drive to put together here if they get on the board. Handoff is to that Stone Road, I believe. Let's see. It looked like Dale. Yeah, he's getting up off the pile. And Dale got maybe a yard or 2. Minnick making the stop in there. 2nd and 8 now for the Wildcats. Wildcats in deep trouble here, territorial-wise. Man, they're at their own 5 now. 2nd down and 8. Kiter hands this one off, and scooping over the other side there is that number 51, and a good breakout that time by that Willard. And Willard goes for the first down out to the 16-yard line. Excellent run that time. James Cassidy making the stop for UD. But a good burst up the middle by that Willard. And that'll give the Wildcats a little more breathing room back there. And make it 1st and 10 Halifax. Kiter sets him up at the 16, 1st and 10. Kiter drifting back, looking over there. Now he's getting a big rush and dumps it away. Where was the receiver on that one? No flag. Trojan coaching staff would like to see a little bit of illegal grounding, but I didn't see anybody around on that one. So I think the coaches have a very valid argument on that one. It looked as though Jeremy saw he was going to be hit back there and just kind of dumped that one off to no one. But he got away with it, and it brings up a 2nd down and 10. .34 sets up over on the right side here. Handoff is to number 51, Willard. And Willard goes up the middle for a couple of yards. And Randy Sims in there making a stop for UD. Gain of 2 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 8 now for the Wildcats. The Trojan defensive line has been tough. Every now and then Halifax will get a spurt, but for the most part, not much up there middle of that line anymore. Kiter still has it, dumps it over on the left side over there. The man out there, it is complete at the 30-yard line, and a 1st down that time as number 29 picked that one off over there. And Cassidy was the defender on the play for UD, but a fine pass and a good catch that time by that number 42, or no, not 42, 29, I guess it was. At any rate, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line now, though. So the Wildcats have picked up 20-some of those yards that they need. And the Trojans have got to dig in again here now. Again, a shift on over here, 34 in the slot on this side. Kiter back to pass. Now he's got to dump one down the near side here. It is incomplete as Eric Troop breaks that one up. Intended out there for Jeff Bender, but Eric Troop making a good defensive play on it. And he knocks that one down, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 with the ball still on the Wildcat 30-yard line. That did stop the clock with 6:25 remaining in the ball game. 6:25 remaining in the game. 2nd down and 10. Kiter dropping back, big rush put on him this time, and this time they're not going to allow anything as Sean Rao combining in there with another Trojan. Who is the other guy here? Let's see. Number 34, Jimmy Kerwin, coming in there and combining with Sean Rao to make the big stop on him, so they did not let him get away that time, and threw him back for about a 7-yard loss. It'll be 3rd down and 17 now as the ball is spotted back at the 23-yard line. So the Trojans needed a big defensive play like that, and they got it from Kerwin and Rao. Time called momentarily. For what purpose? I'm not sure. They haven't given a signal yet. Here comes the referee to tell us what happened, I guess.
Timeout on the field.
Chase. I'm still not sure what happened there, but timeout is called. Okay, I don't know if it was an Upper Dauphin timeout or what. No actual signal given, and the officials out here checking on something. I'm not sure what. Could have an injury maybe on a Trojan or something. I don't know what's going on here. Still not sure what the timeout was all about, but at any rate, we're looking at a 3rd and 17 now for Halifax as the Trojan pass defense gets set. Kiter back to pass, dumps one over the middle here. It's going to be intercepted very nicely out here by Eric Troop, and Troop takes it to the 26-yard line where he is tackled out there by that number 75. And that's going to end the Halifax drive momentarily at any rate. The ball will be spotted at just outside the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, UD. Well, let's see what the heck we do. And now Jeff Faust checks back into the ball game. It's good to see Jeff back in there now for Upper Dauphin. He's going to see if he can't get a little bit of offense going, as Coach Hain, I think now perhaps just trying to get some offense in there, and you're going to give junior Jeff Faust a chance here. He gives it to Adam Arts. Adam drives it down to the 20-yard line. Gain of about 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Nice run that time by that Adam Arts once again. Brian Paul finally making the stop on him along with Myers from Halifax. But he picked up 5 first, and 2nd down and 5. This time it'll be Minnick flanking out far on the far side of the field. And we'll see if Faust wants to try his arm out here. He just committed the ball game. He hands it off this time to Eric Troop. Troop trying to spin around that outside there. Dale Stoneroad grabs him by the shirt, slows him down out there. And then 56 Willard coming in there to finally finish him off. But Dale got a big hand on him, and there's holding going to be called against UDA. So this one probably will come back. And we got a UDA man down out here. It's Kim Laudenschlager. Looks like he might have pulled a Charlie horse. And Mike Wirtz will come on to administer to him. And we'll be right back. Well, now it's a 10-yard penalty against UD. Brings up a 2nd down and 15 for the Trojans as he flanks out, man out to here, Wegner. Chad Wegner flanked out on the far side of the field. And it's going to be Eric Troop trying to race around this side, but Troop's got a lot of company back there, and he's going to be thrown down as the Trojan defense that time would not hold him out. Eric says, what the heck kind of a call was that? I don't know what kind of a call that was. And anyway, Eric not able to get it going that time at all. And the ball back to the 42-yard line, or I beg your pardon, the 38-yard line now of the Wildcats. Bring up a 3rd and 23. So if Faust wants to dump one long, he's got Wegner on the near side of the field. He lines up at the tight end spot now. And not sure who it is on the far side, but UD with a couple of new faces into the ball game, I believe. And the handoff this time is going to go to Adam Arts, and Adam gets to the line of scrimmage, and that's about all. As the, well, they say it was Troop, but I'm not sure about that. Anyway, Brian Willard making the stop. 4th down coming up here. And the Trojans will punt as back to punt goes Eric Troop. See if we can get a good punt off. It's a high snap. Eric handles it well. Gets the punt off. Oh, nice kick. And it's heading towards the end zone. He's going to down it back at the 5. So number 25, Whitshire, picks it up at the 20 or at the 5-yard line for the Wildcats. So it's 1st and 10 right there. Probably in hindsight might have left that one hit and take the chance of it bounding into the end zone and give him a little better field position, but he elected to catch it back at the 5, and so that's where the Wildcats will put it in play. 1st and 10 on their own 5. Timeout called Halifax. First and 10 Wildcats from their 5. You saw the time remaining, not much. Shotgun formation for the Wildcats. Kiter hands it off here to Dale, and he dives out here to about the 10-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play. Stone Road taking that little handoff there, and Adam Arts coming up there to make the stop for UD. Picked up 6, actually. We're 2nd and 4 as the Wildcats go into a hurry-up offense now. They've had the timeout, called a couple of plays, and again, it's Kiter back in the shotgun formation. Looking way down the left side over there. Got a man out there, and it's going to be incomplete. Number 21 was the intended receiver, and Cassidy out there defending on the play. Medill couldn't catch that one, and it will bring up a 2nd down and 4, or 3rd down rather, and 4. And again, the Wildcats ready to run a play. This will be their final gasp, so they want to get first down if they can here. The Trojans want to try to stop them. Up the middle with it goes Kiter, and he is close to the first down as the young quarterback fires it out there, and it looks like it's going to be close to a first down. If it isn't, could be a first down. The referee is giving it the old evil eye, and he tells me it is a first down. He drove it out to about the 16-yard line, so good run that time by quarterback Kiter to keep the ball game alive. It's 1st and 10 on the 16. He'll drop back into the shotgun formation again now, and wow, nearly centered it over his head, but the big, tall Kiter grabbed a hold of that one. He's going to be grabbed a hold of back there. Let's see. We're going to mark this one back there at the around the 5-yard line. Kerwin coming in there along with Sean Rao, making the stop for UD. Penalty against the Trojans, or against the Wildcats, but I believe the Trojans will decline this one. Declined, yeah, as the Trojans really forced them way back. And it's bringing up a second down and about 22 or 3. Ball all the way back to the 5-yard line. So UD in good shape now, as the Cats are faced with a second down and about 22 or something like that. Kiter sets him up now for a big pass play. I don't know, flags on the play as there was motion, I think, against the Wildcats. We'll see what they call it. But I believe the Wildcats had a couple of guys in motion, and that probably will be the call. Yep, illegal procedure against the Wildcats. That'll take them half the distance, which would take them back to about the 2.5-yard line and make it a second down and about 23 or 4. Okay, it's now second down and about 24 or something. Ball back around the 3-yard line. We'll stay back a little bit this time and just see what kind of a play evolves here. Kiter going back, dumping one over the middle. It's going to be picked off over here by the Trojans as Eric Troop makes the catch at around the 10 or 12-yard line. And Troop a little bit slow getting up after that interception out here. And Eric gonna be okay, I guess. But we always hesitate when we see Eric getting up slowly because we know he's playing hurt. And the Troopster is a trooper, and he will troop out of here right now. Give the Trojans the football now, and for all intents and purposes, that should have been the ball game. Trojans still with that scant 6-0 lead, you know. So we're not going to say it's over till it's over. And Faust in there at the quarterback spot now again for UD. He has the ball 1st and 10 on about the 12. Handoff this time is Adam Arts, and Adam Arts with a good running room gets it down to the 5-yard line, inside the 5, maybe to the 4. A nice run that time by Adam Arts. A gain of 8 will be second down and 2. And timeout called by the Wildcats, I believe. Yeah, Wildcats call time with just 47 seconds remaining in the ball game. And a fine run that time by Arts. Looked like pick up 7 instead of 8. And it'll be second down and 3. Okay, UD looking to sew up their second victory of the season now with just 47 seconds remaining here against the Wildcats. Second down and 3 for a first down, 5 for a touchdown. Faust hands it off to Adam Arts, and Adam Arts will dive in. Did he get in? Yes, he did. Touchdown. Touchdown, Adam Arts. Good job, Adam. Goes in from about 5 yards. And UD now leads it 12-0. And they will be setting it up here for their extra point try in just a moment. 44 seconds remaining in the ball game. Somebody over here flying that Trojan flag. All right. UD, of course, will go for 2. And it'll probably be a pass to Ronnie Minnick. Here's Faust. He's drifting right. He's going to pitch it out over there to Eric Troop. Can the Troop return it? No, he cannot. Loses the football out of bounds, but doesn't matter. The try for extra point is unsuccessful. And we have a 12-0 ball game now with just seconds remaining here in the contest. 12-0 now with 44 seconds remaining. UD will pick up its second victory of the season, and having defeated now Halifax 12-0. Williams Valley 8-0. And having dropped 2 ball games, the last one a heartbreaker last week when they lost to East Juniata 23-22. And they come back now and get that one back against these Wildcats on homecoming night here at Halifax under the lights for the first time. Again, well-lighted field. Very pleasant to watch a football game here for sure. And here comes Ronnie Minnick's kick. Trojans need to hold him for a play or two, and that'll be about it. Kick, a low kick, taken out here at the 15. He still has it. Number 43 scooting upfield here now, and he's going to be hit by a couple of 3 Trojans. Zielinski in there with Kerwin and number 22, Drew Peterson. The Drewster coming up with that one. And it's a Halifax ball at their own 33-yard line. At the 33. New QB in there now for the Halifax Wildcats. Jeffrey Gunder, I think the name is. He rolls back. He's looking. He dumps one down the field over here, and it's going to be intercepted by Upper Dauphin, as picking that pass off is Eric Troop. And the Troopster gets the second interception in as many passes, I believe. He gets picked up there by his buddy Kerwin. And Troop making a good defensive play again out there, as the Trooper will not let anything in his area of defense out there get away. It's at the 49-yard line of Upper Dauphin with 20 seconds remaining. And let's see, I think we're going to have a new young squad in there for UD. We see Hill in there, along with some other fellas that I won't have time to pick out a name, but Matt Lentz in there, one of the running back positions now for Upper Dauphin. Clock winds it down, 2 seconds. They're not going to run a play, but at least they were in the game, I guess. And that does it. So the final score is Upper Dauphin 12 and the Halifax Wildcats nothing. We congratulate the Trojans on their second victory of the season. And for the Wildcats, they're going to have to regroup. They played it tough, though, against this Trojan outfit. No question about it. A couple of breaks one way or the other might have made a big difference in this ball game. But the UD holding in there with that tough defense, not allowing the Halifax to put any points on the board. And, of course, that will always get you at least a victory or a tie. So UD does it again. And a big crowd here tonight, pretty decent crowd anyway for their homecoming. A lot of beautiful young ladies out here at the halftime for their homecoming celebration. So the Trojans may continue on now. They got a bunch of tough ball games coming up here in the next couple of games here with the likes of Lion Mountain, Juniata, Millersburg, and so forth. I'm not sure where Halifax goes, but they're going to win a couple of games this year too. So we'll see you later. Dale Calnon saying thank you for watching, and catch you later at the next UDA ball game next week. Good night.